In this day and age, being Indian is one of the hardest things. Indians are made fun of on a daily basis for something on the other.
I've been living here for a while, so I have definitely faced my fair share of racism. I've gotten, oh, you're the Uber driver, right? When I've gone to pick up an order. Everybody experiences this, right? Wherever you go, you try and you fit into a specific role that you're trying to play. But personally, I feel like for Indians, especially NRIs, it's different. We're too white for India and we're too brown for Dubai or wherever, Australia or wherever.
Yeah. See, people don't realize in this day and age, being Indian is one of the hardest things because there is no nationality that is made more fun of than Indians. There is no nationality or caste or group of people made more fun of at a global level when it comes from media, television, movies, songs, every single thing. It's about making fun of Indians.
The hardest
and Indian
part-
comedians become famous by making fun of Indians.
That's what I was
Hassan
gonna
Minhaj,
say.
Russell Peters. These people are famous purely because they mock us.
The hardest part
And they're not even
about-
true Indians. They're Americans and Canadians who grew up outside.
Yeah. The hardest part about this is that Indians themselves are competitive with other Indians. I feel like in other races, it's a very unity, we stick together. Like,
because the world is against them.
yeah,
In India, we are only against each other.
Our own competition, which is what makes it hard. In high school, like personally for me, when I was growing up in high school, all of the people I grew up with had very similar experiences to me. There were just a handful who were probably a bit different, right? So everybody had the same experience. Yes, we were probably in kind of different, I guess you would say, social classes or whatever, based on, whether both our parents were working or one of our parents was working or like our parents had a business or whatever. But apart from that, we grew up pretty much the same. As high school went on, obviously, like I felt like I tried to be someone I was not when I was being in different friend groups, because I started noticing how I would behave in different friend groups.
Yeah.
So that's, I feel like it's a very key experience that I had, that honestly, some of the stuff that I went through in high school, like, has obviously stuck with me till now. Like, there are so many instances now when, like, it's so easy for me to put on a hat and play someone, but it's actually rather more difficult for me to be my authentic self in certain situations. Like, growing up in Dubai, yes, I had exposure to, a lot of different cultures and how people talk and how people, just are towards each other. And everything was really nice, and that's a big perk of growing up in Dubai. But like compared to my sister, where she actually grew up in a school with different cultures and different people, she really learned how to interact with different people from around the world in her prime years. Whereas I didn't have that. So when I came here, I had a huge culture shock. And even like the company I currently work in, when I started initially, it was very difficult for me to adjust, and then obviously you kind of figure everything out. But like for my sister, it's so easy for her to kind of, she just fell into it. She got into uni and she knew exactly like what she wanted to do and how she wanted to, communicate and who she wanted to talk to. And when I came to uni over here, I was like, oh, I'm a bit, lost. So because of that experience, I feel like I had to become someone I'm not when I came here, especially because I didn't have that experience growing up.
See, now because I didn't have that,
Yeah.
because in my schools I did have a lot of different nationalities over
Yeah.
there. But for me also, I felt like I'm sometimes being different purely because of what I had said earlier.
Yeah.
Is that, like, I am sick and tired of watching TV shows in which the Indian guy is shy, does not know how to talk to women, does not know how to dress,
Yeah.
does not have any sense of social etiquette, or
And
like,
he's an IT nerd for some
yeah,
reason.
yeah, IT nerd, and comes from very rich parents.
Yeah.
It's just this false representation of who Indians are in media, which people don't realize. Indians are made fun of on a daily basis for something on the other. Either it's their accent, or their mannerisms, or their culture, or their religion, or their like their voice, or the way they walk, the way they express themselves. Any single thing they are just ridiculed for, because they're like, you're Indian, papu, appu, and Like for every single thing, where's the head bob? Where's the head bob? It's like, I'm not a character from Simpsons.
Yeah.
And doesn't every single nationality or group of people or culture have their own mannerisms?
Yeah.
So why am I so wrong if my head bobs like this?
Yeah.
Why is it so wrong if I start a statement by saying just or only? If I say I'm here only, what's the
Yeah.
issue with me saying only?
Yeah.
Isn't it an English word? Do you not understand what I'm trying to convey? Why is it that the Indian accent is made fun of, which in my opinion is probably the easiest accent to understand what someone's saying?
Yeah.
Like at this moment, if you send this, the next statement that I'm going to say, that the Indian accent is probably the most simple, clear, and precise accent for someone to understand. If you send that statement to anyone from around the world, whether their English was first or second language, most of them would understand it.
Yeah.
But if you send Russian accent, Spanish accent, French accent, some Scottish and like UK accent, like American accents like from Texas and Boston and stuff, you can't even understand.
Yeah.
But if you tell them, huh, what did you say? They're like, ah, you're Indian, you won't understand. What? I'm tired of people looking at me and saying, oh, you're Indian, you speak English really good. I'm like, no, I speak it well, first of all. Like, learn your own language. Second, why does that baffle you?
Yeah.
I went to the same school, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Every like industry top professional when it comes to IT, medicine, engineering,
Yep.
sports, like any single thing, innovation, cars, anything is always Indian. In every top data analyst, in banks, stock market, any single thing, it's always Indian. Professors all around the world when it comes to maths, science, law, history, geography, art, all Indian, 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 Indian. But the one group of people who's made the most fun of for being who they are, also Indian. I literally don't understand it. Europeans can go through their life eating food with just salt and pepper. God forgive, I cook my own food and touch it with my own hands. Like, I don't understand it. You guys take a shit and don't clean your ass. I'm washing my hands and then eating it. Like, it's, how does it matter to you that I touch my rice with my own hands? How does it matter? French people have a problem. It's not croissant, it's croissant. But you guys will go and say McDonald's, hamburger. You will not pronounce it properly either. Indians are told don't say it like this, but everyone's like, can I get a chicken and go like no, and a chai tea latte? First of all, there's no such thing as chai tea, because chai is the translatory word of the word tea. It's literally the translation of it. It's like me going to a French cafe and saying, can I get a croissant bread? That's what I'm tired of. It's not the changing. The reason I have to pretend to be someone else is not because of me. It's because of all you losers. Because Indians are just made fun of. For no reason. We're just out living our lives, making our money, moving to different countries, but we're made fun of. And then the worst part is we're made fun of by Indians only. Famous comedians and celebrities, they will grow outside of India and they'll think, oh, you know what, now that we are famous,
Superior.
we are superior because first of all we didn't grow up in India, so our accents are all American and then we can talk how we want in it. I just mixed two accents, I don't know.
Nice.
Okay. But then they will get off by saying, oh, when I go to India, take a right. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Which other community apart from Indians has been built on shitting on themselves? I can't think of any. You ask any person who's not Indians and not had much exposure to India, what they think of Indians, this is the first thing they'll come to their minds.
Yeah.
They talk a certain way, their head bobs and their hair smells like coconut oil.
Yeah.
That's like the only three things people talk about.
Yeah. I've been living here for a while, so I have definitely faced my fair share of, I would say, minimal racism, not very out
You're very
there.
like
Very minimal.
subconscious, like they don't
Yeah,
know they're
like-
treating differently, but
Yeah.
they just look down on you purely because of it.
Yeah, and it's been by complete strangers as well. It's not like someone
It's always
I
the
know.
strangers. It's never someone you know, weirdly.
Yeah. So there are a lot of things that are changing in today's day and age. Yes, we still have a long way to go, and yes, us Indians being against our own is a
That's
big
one of the
problem.
biggest problems.
It is definitely one of the biggest problems.
Some celebrity somewhere does some music video. Wow, wow, wow. Vicky
Yeah.
Kaushal's Toba Toba is going viral. Everyone chapri dance, chapri song, chapri guy, chapri this, chapri. Bro, how does it matter?
Yeah.
Like, quite frankly, your mother would have him as a son, and your girlfriend would have him as a man.
Yeah.
Can you keep your mouth shut? Focus on your life. Like, the guy is making millions. You feel superior because you commented chapri. That's the problem with Indians.
Yeah.
They are
It's
just
unfortunate.
hating on themselves.
Yeah.
Like, that song is being that dance step, that reel is being made by people all around the world. Not
Yeah.
only Indians.
That's
Like,
true.
they're different dancers trying to recreate that.
Yeah.
Just like feel proud for your brother.
100%.
Like, I don't understand it. And this goes into everything else. This goes into sports also.
Yeah.
Look at, like, Olympics is going on, or was going on by the time this comes out. Look at how every country is celebrating its Olympians. And in India, unless like you have come from like the worst of hardships and stuff, no one cares. They're like, huh, but you two had it easy, I can also do this. What? Even in sports like cricket, someone changes a team, we hate you, boo, 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 giving death threats, giving this, giving that. Someone gets out, they're sending death threats to their family, rape threats to their daughter. I don't understand that it sometimes. Like when I see Indians doing this, sometimes I'm like, okay, I get why you guys make fun of us. Because this is honestly disgusting.
Yeah. Feel like we've only created very big reason as to why this perception is created around us as well. But look, the moral of our story and our
That
little
this convo will never end.
No, let's talk about it segment is that please support not only just human beings in general, but your very own kind. Just
Yeah.
support your culture and be nice to people. Like, I miss the days, not that I was part of it, I was part of the tech generation, but I've heard about the days where, you know, when you're on a train or when you're on a flight, you just start talking to the person who's next to you instead of just being on your phone. Stuff like that. Like, that goes even if you just see, like, specifically for Indians, like, if you just see a fellow Indian, just smile at them, wave at them, say hi to them, especially in countries which are not India, and you've come away from your family and you come and you're trying to make a living for yourself, or you're trying to support your family, or you're working a job and you're trying to pay for your own
And
studies.
honestly, if I hear one more person say, oh, he's Indian, does he drive Uber? I'm gonna slap him.
That's a big
Yeah,
stereotype.
I'm literally gonna slap him.
I've gotten, oh, you're the Uber driver, right? When I've gone to pick up an order, that was quite shocking for me, and I was like, no, I'm not the Uber
Yeah.
pickup. I've just come
And
to pick up a
that's the
coffee.
problem. That when we say that, we don't mean it in the sense of there's something wrong with being an Uber driver.
Yeah,
That guy is putting food on the table for his family, doing honest hard labor.
100%.
But don't stereotype it in a way that just
No.
because he's Indian, he's beneath us, so he's doing Uber. That's the problem. That the restaurateurs or other people look at it as beneath them, while the guy's sitting in his comfortable car that he owns, driving around, giving people food.
Yeah,
Like,
it's actually doing a really good
yeah,
service.
you're actually getting a privilege when food is delivered to your house, right? So why aren't you grateful to the people who provide it?
100%.
Whoever delivers something to someone where 10 years back you would have to go and get it, thank you. Like, thank you so much. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, good stuff for the good stuff. Instagram Abhishek _Gaur _ Instagram Anushka Michandani with 2 eyes. Instagram The Made of Me Show. Check out our TikTok, Instagram, obviously YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah,
Don't forget, we're here for you today
tomorrow
and every day after that.
Chak de bhatte.